Hello again. You see, car care and detailing has changed over the years. That's why we're going back to basics. We learned that pre-washing your car was a really good idea, and if you didn't properly pre-wash your car, then the old ways of washing your car with a sponge was a bad idea, because what does a sponge do? It carries all the dirt that's on your car around the car. By pre-washing the car, we're getting rid of most of the dirt, the grit, the horrible stuff that sits on top of your paint that can be moved off relatively well. Now, admittedly, pressure washers are a good idea, but a pre-wash product is the best. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples today using snow foam and a pre-wash product to see how it goes on the back of this filthy Mazda. Now, I have to admit, sadly, this is my Mazda, and I have left, well, I say it's my Mazda, it's our Mazda, and I have left this thing far too long. You can see down here, there is a whole load of grit and dirt and everything, but this is surface dirt. This is the kind of thing that would come off with a finger swipe. So if it comes off with a finger swipe, then it should come off fairly well with a pressure washer and some good chemical cleaning. But I'm going to give you an idea of what is left behind after you just pressure wash your car versus using some sort of chemical to help break down and release more of that dirt from your paint. Meaning that when you come to your actual physical wash, where you're actually touching the paint with a sponge or a wash mitt or whatever it is you want to do, it's going to be safer for your paint, and there's going to be less effort involved because you have to move less dirt off the paint. So with all that in mind, let me grab the pressure washer. So here I'm going to split this pressure wash situation over on about a third of the back of the car here. I'm going to just use the pressure washer. Then the center section I'm going to use a snow foam, and on the left section I'm going to use a citrus pre-wash. And we're just going to see how much dirt is removed and then how much is left afterwards. So let's get cracking. Now, ideally, you want to leave these for up to 10 minutes, any kind of pre-wash product or any kind of chemical that you lay on your car. About 10 minutes is about the maximum. The snow foam, you'll be able to tell as it falls off. Once it kind of disappears from the panel, then you know you're ready to go. Generally speaking, about 5 minutes is fine. Keep in mind, if you're working in direct sunlight, then you will want to remove those a little bit earlier because you don't want snow foam to dry on the panel, and any thinner liquids like the citrus pre-wash in a sprayer, that's going to dry much quicker than something like a foam. So do keep that in mind. But we're going to leave this for a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to rinse them off and we're going to have a look at the differences. So let's have a quick look here and see what is left behind. So this is the section that was pressure washed with just water, and we can see there's a finger line there, and that means that there's a fair amount of dirt left over, but it's not bad. It certainly has made a difference. This is the snow foam section. It's right in the center of car. It is likely to be the worst. You can see there's a finger line there as well. So it is going to leave something behind, but we're not expecting it to remove everything. This is the citrus pre-wash section, the dedicated pre-cleaner. I know it's in the sun here, but I can see very, very little in the way of a finger swipe there. In fact, it's done the best job out of them all. There's very little left. Now, some people will say that it shouldn't leave anything behind, but these citrus pre-cleaners are exactly that. They're designed to take off the worst of the surface dirt without leaving this behind. But this is known as traffic film, and this is more than just dirt. This is also all the grease and the grime. That's why a citrus product tends to do a better job, because here there is practically no line. If there is, it's just the merest amount. So it's done a really good job. That will come off nice and easily when you come to do your contact wash. Snow foams tend to be a little bit weaker. They don't tend to be quite so strong. There are stronger ones out there. But water alone here, it still doesn't do a bad job, but it does leave more of that grime than the snow foam section. But it's better than doing nothing. A pre-wash or a pre-rinse is ideal. What I'm going to try now is I'm going to use the citrus pre-wash on these sections and see if they make a difference. I'm not sure if it's visible to you, but it is visible to me. There is a difference. We've seen a lot less grime. There is still that traffic film line on there, but this was affected by it. This definitely ate more. The citrus pre-wash ate more dirt than the snow foam could. The same over here, this section, there's very little of a line available there. So again, this is going to mean when it comes to your wash stage in the future, once you've done this, grab your bucket and your wash media, it's going to make it safer to wash because, like I said, there's less grit, grime and dirt on the paint. It's going to be faster to wash. There's going to be less grit that can be moved around on the paint, which would cause all of those fine scratches and swirls that appear on your paint. It's going to make your wash process more efficient because you won't have to go over it loads of times. Just a couple of swipes with your wash mitt should remove most of what's there. So what we've learned from this video is that the type of product you use to pre-wash your car does make an impact. It does have differing results. So the snow foam, it tends to be a bit weaker. For clarity, I'm using Autoglim's Polar Blast snow foam. It's a good snow foam, but it's not a very strong one, so I would recommend you use something like that more in the summer months when there is more of a dust rather than a thick dirt on your car. If you're using something like a stronger citrus pre-wash and you want something that's flexible, what I used today was Garage Therapy's Zero Citrus, which is their citrus pre-wash, and it can be used in multiple dilutions. You can also put it into a snow foam lance if you wish. But this is a much stronger product for this kind of job here at the tail end of winter. This hopefully will help you in your journey on car care. If you're new here and you want to find out more, please do subscribe. If you've got any questions, get in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm really trying to educate people on how the detailing situation has changed over the years, how products and processes have changed, and what we have moved away from in time and in a way come back to with, as I showed at the beginning, a sponge. It's actually not to be feared anymore as long as you do the right process. But anyway, if you found this video useful, interesting or helpful, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, get in the comments below and tell me what you think. Give me any questions you've got. Keep in touch and I'll see you guys in the next video. It was fun being back.